Assalamualaikum. Okay, for the students doing GCSE, on foundation, you've got something called simultaneous equations, where usually you have two equations together and you have to simplify, you have to solve them using one another. So if we look at this question, question A, 5x plus 3y equals 41 and 2x plus 3y equals 20. So I've written at the top some steps that you must satisfy in order to be able to solve the equations. So number one of the two letters must have the same value in both equations. What do I mean by that? Here I've got x and I've got y. Either the x's have to be the same or the y's have to be the same. Personally, I prefer if I eliminate the y's first. So usually I try to make sure that the y's are the same. Number two, if they're the same, you can move on to step 3. If your letters are not the same, so meaning if your x's or the y's are not the same, then you want to multiply one equation or both equations so that the letters are the same. And we'll come to that in a minute. So here, we know that our y's are the same. I've got 3y in this equation, I've got 3y in this equation. So I can move on to step 3. Step 3, look at the symbols. So here, when your y's are the same, you look at the symbols in front of them. Are they the same or are they different? Is one a plus and one is a minus? Or are they both plus or are they both minus? And if you made your x's the same, you would have looked at the symbols for the x's. But in this circumstance, we can concentrate on our y's. So if both of them are the same, we take away the equations. If both are different, then we add the equations. So in this circumstance, because they're both the same, and both of them are add, I can take these two equations away from each other. So 5x, take away 2x, leaves me with 3x. 3y, take away 3y is 0. That's eliminated. 41, take away 20 is 21. So 3 lots of something equals 21. If I divide by 3 to both sides, I know that x equals 7. So now that I've got x, I'm going to use my value of x to find my value of y. So I'm going to sub x equals 7 into any one of these equations. It doesn't matter which one we use, the answer should be the same. I'm going to use this one here. So into 2x plus 3y equals 20. So here 2 times by x, which is 7, and I add 3y, which equals 20. If I times that, 2 times 7 is 14, plus 3y equals 20. If I minus the 14 from both sides, 3y equals 20, take away 14 is 6, and then I can divide by 3. So I'm left with 1y here, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I've worked out my x and I've worked out my y, and that's your first example. If you look at another example where the letters are different, so I can have 5x plus y equals 11, and I can have 3x minus y, 3x minus y equals 9. So step 1, are the letters the same? Yes, my y's are the same. Both of them have got 1 in front of it. So that's number 1 ticked. I don't need to look at 2 because my y's are the same. I only look at 2 if I don't have the same value in front of either x's or y's. So now I look at step 3. Step 3, if the symbols are the same, we take away. If the symbols are different, we add. If you see here, that's a plus, that's a minus. That means that the symbols are different. So I'm going to add these two equations together. So 5x plus 3x is 8x. Y plus and a minus makes a minus. So that means y take away y, which is 0. And then 11 take away 9 equals 2. And then I can divide by 8. So x equals 2 over 8, which also equals to 1 over 4. Or you could write that as 0.5 if you wanted to. Now I'm going to substitute So I'm going to sub x equals a quarter into, let's use the first equation. So let's call that 1 into 1. So 5x plus y equals 11. 5 times a quarter plus y equals 11. And 5 times a quarter just makes it 5 over 4 plus y equals 11. If I take away 5 over 4, I'm left with y equals 11 over 1, take away 5 over 4, which I can make into, if I times this by 4, that's 44 over 4, take away 5 over 4, which would leave me with 44 take away 5 is 39 over 4. And I can simplify that as 4 goes to 36 9 times. From 4 times 9 is 36, 36 up to 39 is 3 remainder out of 4. And that's my next example done. Okay, so I've got 2x plus 4y equals 26. And I've got 3x minus y equals 4. Again, neither, this time is slightly different. Neither my x's or my y's are the same, so I have to do something with step 2. On step 2, what I would say is, if I times the bottom equation here by 4, that means I have to times the whole equation by 4. So that becomes 12x, because 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 4 is 4, so minus 4y equals 16. So now, the middle one can be eliminated for now. We don't need to use that. Now I'm looking at these. Now my symbols are different. Step 3, my symbols are different, so I can add the two equations together. So 2x, so remember I'm doing that, take away that. 2 take away 12 is minus 10x. 4 take away 4 is 0. 26 take away 16 is 10. So if minus 10x equals 10, if I divide both sides by minus 10, x equals 10 divided by minus 10 is minus 1. So that gives me my x value. So if I sub x equals minus 1 into the original equation, 2x plus 4y equals 26. 2 times minus 1 plus 4y equals 26. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2 plus 4y equals 26. And then if I add 2 to both sides, 4y equals 28. So if I divide by 4, y equals 28 divided by 4 is 7. And that's how you do your simultaneous equations. Thanks for listening.